We've created 3 visualizations for our data. Our first visualization on the top left is an interactive map of the Chester Square neighborhood. As you can see, it shows the 2 parks as well as labels for all the pathways in the region. On the top right, we created a parallel coordinate chart where each line represents a survey response from the residents of Chester Square. And finally, on the bottom right, we created an interactive table that also lists the survey responses of the residents of Chester Square. Starting with the map, we have data on demand that is shown every time you highlight over a path. As you can see, it shows the path name, the level of congestion on that path, the total number of pedestrians we counted walking that path in our time frame, the average number of people per hour walking that path, how many residents chose that path as their most preferable, and how many residents chose that path as their least preferable. As you can see, this data on demand occurs every time you hover over a different pathway. Next, I'll move on to our table. As I said before, each row in the table represents a different response from a resident. Each column represents an answer for the questions that we asked them. The first column is which side of the residency they live on, where pink represents the park side heading towards Boston Medical Center, and blue represents the park side heading towards Northeastern. In the next column, we asked them, what path do you prefer to take when walking in a rush? What path do you prefer to take when walking not in a rush? Generally, which path is most preferable? And generally, which path is least preferable? As I said, the table is interactive, so when you click on a response, it adds it to the selected responses part of the table, highlights the appropriate response in the parallel coordinate chart, and then highlights the different congestion levels in the interactive map for this response. As you can see, multiple responses can be added, and brushing and linking will occur throughout all 3 visualizations. These can then be removed by reselecting them in the table. Next, we'll talk about the parallel coordinate chart. There's again brushing and linking between the parallel coordinate chart, the table, and the map. If you brush on one column, the responses that intersect with this brush will be added to the selected responses table, as well as highlighted in the map. Multiple instances of brushing can also occur to add more conditions, as you can see that narrowed down the search results for the map. Again, detail and demand can occur when hovering over these paths. Also, our brushing can be moved so that different information can be shown. Both brushings can be removed by clicking outside of the brush on that same column. Thank you. We hope you enjoyed our visualizations.